Opportunity for an opening statement. Coach Kelly, if you'd like to begin, please.
Well, certainly want to thank the Cotton Bowl for their incredible Texas hospitality. Dabo and I were just talking about the treatment that each team's staff and family receives here has been second to none. Certainly our sponsors, Goodyear, and then everybody that has just made this a really great week for everybody. At the same time, not putting us in a position where we can't focus on what's important, and that is the preparation leading up to this playoff game. So on behalf of Notre Dame, we want to thank the Cotton Bowl again, and certainly we're looking forward to a great matchup tomorrow.
Coach Sweeney.
Yeah, good morning, and I would say the same thing. This has been a wonderful week. First time I've been to the Cotton Bowl, and what an amazing experience for our staff, all of our players, our support staff. I mean, they have gone above and beyond to make this a great trip, and it's been a little different this year with managing Christmas as a part of it as well. But I tell you, we have truly had a great experience. It's been an incredibly fast week. I cannot believe it's Friday. I think we're both glad that it's getting time to play. But great environment to practice, great hospitality, and a lot of good food too. So really appreciate the Cotton Bowl folks and everyone who works so hard to make this a great week. I mean, it's a well-oiled machine, that's for sure. I think it took like a minute and a half to get over here from our hotel with the police, and everybody's just well coordinated. So we're very thankful and appreciative and excited to play in this game against an unbelievable opponent.
Okay, we're going to take questions from the floor. If you'll put your hand up, and also as a courtesy, as we mentioned earlier, give your name and your affiliation. And we've got two microphone people here. We'll get the microphone to you. We got a question on the inside aisle, so we'll move real quickly and get that.
Austin Huff here, Goshen News. For both of you guys, what are you guys trying to accomplish here in the last 24 hours as we get closer here to the kickoff? We can start with Dabo.
Just really our routine. Obviously you have a lot of time to prepare for this opponent, but we love routine. And that's one of the things that's been kind of cool about this particular bowl is a Monday's actually a Monday and a Friday's actually a Friday. So that's been a little easier, but today is Friday, and so we have a very routine day, and I think that helps. And so we just prepare for the game as we do for all of our games. Obviously you've had a lot more time, but I think the routine, it's important that it's the same. So we'll go about our business today just like we would if we were back at home or on the road, any other Friday.
Yeah, I would agree. Again, the ability to now get into flipping that mindset from a practice to a competitive mindset, using Friday to do that. But I think it's much more about the routine and, getting comfortable into that routine today. And our kids will feel as though today is really Friday, and tomorrow they're ready to play.
We have a question on the right side, about halfway back on the aisle.
Trevor Groves, CUTigers.com. We all heard about the final ruling for Dexter last night. How did he receive the news? How did he take it? And as bad as it is for him, is this really an opportunity for Albert Huggins to shine when everybody's going to be watching him? And also Jordan Williams, is he at the point in his development you think he might be able to play a significant role tomorrow?
Yeah, well, he was obviously disappointed. All three of those guys were disappointed, but not surprised. I mean, it's not like it was a different test. It was the same urine. Sorry about that, but that's what it was. Different tube, same urine. So the test was, the same. I don't think anybody was real surprised by that. So disappointed, but we've prepared for that the whole way, or at least since Monday, and our guys are ready to go. But Albert Huggins is a great football player, and you just got to treat it like an injury. I mean, next guy's got to go play. I mean, not going to cancel the game. Nobody's going to sit around and have a pity party or feel sorry for you. You got to go play. And we're fortunate, very fortunate, that we've got a guy like Albert that, in our eyes, is a co-starter for us that can step in. But I mean, but I don't want to I don't want to lessen the impact of Dexter. Obviously, he's a phenomenal player, and we're going to miss him. But it's opportunity for Albert and Niles and Jordan. Those guys have played all year long. They have a ton of experience, and you know, they hurt for their teammate, but you best believe they're excited for a little more opportunity for themselves.
We got a question on the outside left side. Put your hand up so that they can see your.
Hi there, Haley Jenkins, UTA Communications. It's been 78 years since Clemson was last in the Cotton Bowl, and this is only the 4th time going up against Notre Dame. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's pretty crazy. 1939, Clemson's first bowl, and played Boston College, and they had a shootout, 6-3. So did they even throw the ball in 39? I don't know. If Newt Rockne had invented the forward pass or not.
I think it might have been 3 safeties.
3 safeties. So you know, Banks, McFadden, and you know, being in Clemson for 16 years, I've seen pictures of Banks, McFadden, and the one with him with the cowboy stuff on and all that. That's pretty neat. So I actually showed our team a little history video of the Cotton Bowl. But for me, it's amazing. It's awesome for Clemson, I think, to come back to the place that we were in our very first bowl game. It's been so long. You know, with all the bowl affiliations and all that stuff, I don't know that we would have gotten back here without this unique situation, the way it worked out. So I think Clemson fans are really excited. Dallas is an amazing town with so much to offer. But for me personally, too, I haven't been a part of college athletics since, you know, 1988. I've never been to the Cotton Bowl. And then you throw in the fact that you get to play in that stadium over there. I've never seen anything like that. It's unbelievable. What an environment. So it's special all the way around, and you know, we're excited about it. That's what it's all about. You get a chance to play unbelievable opponent. And, yeah, we hadn't played Notre Dame very much at all. And it seems like every time they have played, they've been epic games. And we were very fortunate to win in a hurricane in 15 down to the last play, literally. And the last time Notre Dame had come to Clemson, Joe Montana, I think, with about a minute to go, imagine that, took them down to win. So some really neat history, not a lot of history, but pretty neat history with Clemson Notre Dame. And then Tim Beret, as he sits right here in the front row, he is in his glory. 40 years as the SID at Clemson, but the biggest Notre Dame fan ever. Dad went to Notre Dame, Tim went to Notre Dame, and so trust me, I know way too much about Notre Dame, and I have for years. And it was when that game got put on our schedule, there was no way. I knew he wouldn't retire until we played him. So this is like, now he's semi-retired, but he gets to be a part of this. And you know, I don't think he can lose. He's one of the few people that can't lose in this ball game. So I know he's pulling for Clemson, but he's got a little 4-leaf clover somewhere in his pocket.
We've got a question on the outside left.
Dennis Dodd, CBS Sports. Brian, if you stay through the term of this current contract, you'd be the second longest tenured coach at Notre Dame next to Newt Rockne. What if you thought of that and what that would mean? I've got a quick follow-up.
Well, I think if you can make it that long in this business, that's pretty good. It means you've won enough games to keep employed at the University of Notre Dame. You know, that's not something that really that most coaches give too much thought to. It's really about, I think, each year to a standard, you know, that Notre Dame has. So you know about Newt Rockne's standard, you know about certainly Leahy, Parsegian, Holtz, and you try to live to that standard, you know, each and every year. Try to get back to this game is a standard. You know, Dabo's been here 4 times, so we understand a standard of excellence, and that's kind of what my focus is, more so than longevity or trying to be part of a legacy.
Dovetailing off that, you've been asked over and over about changing since 16, this epiphany, change, whatever.
Yeah.
Give us bullet points that got you and the team here today since then.
Well, I think probably more than anything else, you know, developing our football team, you know, totally in all phases, from the mental end of things, their mental preparation, their physical preparation, technically, tactically. I think overall development in all those areas without missing any of those. And maybe in 16 we weren't developing them in all of those areas to a level that we needed to.
We got a question on the halfway back on the right side.
Trainer, the Charleston Post and Courier. Coach Sweeney, logistically, what are the next steps for Dexter and those guys with the appeal process?
Oh, it's on the right-hand side over here.
Oh, okay. Our Dan Radakovich is kind of running with that with our legal team. They have representation, and there is a process in place. And you know, obviously, the timing of it is not very good for this game. But you know, if we were fortunate to be able to win the game, then you know, they'll do everything they can to see if there's any opportunity beyond for next week, if that were possible. So it's really it, you know. And then there's a longer runway, obviously, for you know the fall, because there's other consequences other